Hey guys, welcome to my review. This is Persona 4 review, and I've had a lot of experience with this game, so we're gonna dive into the review. Persona 4. This game is my childhood. I used to play it back when I was in middle school, and you know, this game got a lot of hype back in the day for the Vita. I mean, this game was originally on the Ps2 and it got ported to the Vita. So, Persona 4 is probably one of the greatest games I have played in my life because it changed me and my attitude, and it changed just changed me in general. So, Persona 4 is an RPG game, action, adventure, and it's mainly just RPG, but it's also one of those talking simulators and dating simulators, so like you can get girlfriends in this game and all that stuff. But the coolest thing about this game is pretty much everything that mounts to it. I like the fact that it has so much detail on the Vita. The graphics are just amazing. There's nothing like walking down Inaba on a day in Japan when you just got your head and your eyes in the game. You're just like, it's so beautiful. Characters are on point. You got your character named Yuno Arkami. You can name him anything you want, but that's his actual name. You got Yukiko Amagi, Chie, Yosuke, Teddy, Kanji, Rise, and Naoto, which is probably all the characters And then you got Dojima. You got a lot of characters in this game, and you have to build up your social link in order to get further in the game. You have to build up your social link, which basically means putting on the grind, daily, every day. It has like a new day, like a generation of every day. So, say it's a Tuesday. You go to bed or talk to someone and spend the day, and that's the day, and you go next day. The story has a plot though. The whole point of Persona 4 is there's a murderer going around the town, and there's fog every single night. So every single night, and pretty much fog close up the whole town. And I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys, but I will say this: is that the fog is coming from the other world that you and your gang, your friends go into and fight demons and monsters. So basically all that fog comes from that world. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I really love this game because I could connect with it, you know? I can connect a lot with it, and there's a lot of things that made me feel like it's just a joy to be around, you know? You can't, it doesn't get better than this, man. You go around and there's a lot to do. Like, you don't just talk to friends, you don't just build your link. You can go places. I mean, it's a small town, it's a smaller map than Persona 5, but the game in general is just so freaking awesome. It made me emotional, but the thing is, this game changed my life. I was in middle school back at the time, and basically, I had no friends. I only had one good friend in middle school that changed my life, because I lost a friend before due to some incident. I'm not gonna get into that. But I had one good friend, and when I went home, I sat on my bed, and I played my Vita, and played Persona 4. So, this game, it's just a lot. There's a lot to take in. You can upgrade your characters, upgrade your stats, mainly saying upgrading your personas. Personas are the bonds that you get personas by linking and doing bonds, but the personas you first get is how you build up the bond. But the point is that you get personas, and each dungeon you go through, you fight a monster. Then there'll be like, once you finish and beat the monster, there'll be like a little thing there, and it will basically give you like, I can't think of it. It will give you like cards, and you choose a card. If you guess the card wrong, you get a different card. Depending on which card you get, you could get a persona. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot but mainly when you play this game, it's mainly like a simulator. It's like a talking simulator. So, like, let's say you're lonely, you want to go Persona 4, go ahead. It feels like a real simulator. Like, the characters in this game, they speak to you. It's like they speak to you. It's like they know you. It's like you would want to spend your life in this game all day. Now, Persona 4 isn't for everybody, but for people like me who are lonely and all that, it's a good game. The music is good, as you hear in the video. There's the music that's in this video. It is just astounding. The music, it's just that part. It's the music that really makes the game good. I mean, there's a lot of good soundtracks, and I really appreciate that Atlas, the game who made this game, I really appreciate them. They make a lot of other anime games, but this game is by far the best game they made, besides the other Persona games they made. I really like to say that this game also includes, if you got the Vita version, it includes an extra character, and I think extra features as well. I have the PS2 version on my PS3, and I have the Vita version, so I compare them pretty well. But the point is, this game is just astounding, and I love it. I have nothing negative towards this game. The only thing I don't like, I mean, I like going in dungeons, but in my opinion, I prefer staying out of the dungeons and hanging out with friends. It's just because, every Persona game I play, I'm like, I don't want to go in the dungeon, you know? I just want to hang out with my friends more, you know? But I still like going in the dungeon because there's 50% of me likes the dungeon, 50% don't. But that's the whole point of Persona. You don't just hang out with your friends. You go out and battle creatures and do stuff. You know, it's a perfect game for people like me, like I said, who have who are lonely or just like a great story. You know. Also, I'd like to say that this game has a lot of good humor. It's really funny, and there's one part in the game that made me crack up so hard. I cracked up for like an hour. I cracked up for an hour because it was so funny, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. But if you play this game and get further in the game, you'll figure out why I laugh so hard. But there's just a specific part in the game that makes anybody laugh. But there's a lot of parts in the game that made me laugh. But that one part in the game made me laugh so hard. I just laughed so hard for an hour. Let's see here. One of the features in this game, if you don't make it, it's mainly in all Personas, but one of the things in the games is, in particular in Persona 4, if you don't save the person on time, there's a cutscene that says, oh no, you didn't make the dungeon, and they get captured or something. But this game, it just captivates my heart. It makes me feel like I'm home, you know? I would prefer being in the anime world, in Persona 4's anime world, than this life right here, because the characters just speak to me. Let's see here. If you really like animes, or I'm gonna call this not an RPG. I'm gonna call it a JRPG. If you like Japanese RPGs, this game will just put your mind on fire, but it will just make you feel connected. I really liked. There's just a lot of things you can do in this game, and it's not just this game. If you ever play Persona 5, there's a lot more to do in that game. But there are the cutscenes and the characters in general. There's the voice actors in general are just amazing and point on. They're funny and they're awesome. I like some of the cutscenes where Yosuke's in it, because Yosuke cracks me up. By the way, if you didn't know, fun fact here, Yosuke, the guy who plays as Yosuke in Persona 4, is gonna be the guy in the new Spider-Man PS4 game. I think he's the guy that's voice acting as the Spider-Man PS4 guy. So we're gonna get that guy as Spider-Man. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. If not, I that's what I've seen. I've looked on the internet. That's what it says. But if not, it's crazy. But I just figured it out last night. But there's just so much in this game. I'm gonna name a couple of things you can do. You can hang out with friends. You can go to stores and buy stuff. You can go in school, join the band, join the choir. You can not the choir, but you can join a band. You can ride your scooter, go out and ride your scooter. You don't really ride it, but it's like a cutscene. But you can basically do a lot of things in this game. You can even eat food and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. the coolest thing about this game is the stats. There's so much stats in this game. Like, you got stats for your, like, in Persona 3, this is when the stats started happening, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't played Persona 2 or 1. But the stats started happening in Persona 3 from what I know. And what you got is, like, confidence, or, like, it's like your, stats for, like, I don't know, it's like you get confidence or something like that. There's, like, a rank that goes up to it, but if you can read and harness your skills, and the more you do it and get it, you can do more choices. So in the beginning of the game, you won't start off doing every choice you want. You have to work towards it to get it. Like, say you wanted to hug Chie or say something flattering to Chie. You can't do that because you don't have your skills not up. But this game, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Okay. The reason why I say this is because this game is just phenomenal, and there's not many games like it. I mean, the Persona series has building up really fast. I'm excited to see what Persona 6 is gonna be like. I know it will be a long time before we get Persona 6 because we're just getting a Persona 5 animation. It just started January. I'm not sure if it's finished yet, but I rate Persona 4 a 10 out of 10. My other reasoning is because this game made me more confident. It made me feel good about myself, and it just made me feel like I had someone to talk to. It was so sociable to me. So Persona 4 gets a 10 out of 10. Perfect for anybody who likes JRPGs, who likes to be social, who likes a game that's not a challenge. Right away, there's an easy mode, so if you don't want to play the normal mode, there's a safe mode where you die, you keep playing. But yeah, Persona 4, 10 out of 10, my review for this game. I won't be rating every game a 10 out of 10, but this is my first actual good review. My other reviews, like the Yakuza reviews way back down in my videos, are trash. I mean, I thought they were okay. They're okay because I gathered some thoughts, but I didn't have my actual voice in it. I've always wanted to make a review video that's perfect, so more reviews coming soon. Persona 4, 10 out of 10. Now watch the rest of the gameplay while this goes out. Peace.